If you look at behavior, one of my favorite examples is teachers who work with, I'll use Mexican American students as an example, that really don't understand why it is that when they're reprimanding children, the children won't maintain eye contact. And so that is a cultural difference. You know, having grown up in a Mexican American home, I know that if my parents were reprimanding me and I looked directly at them, they would consider that an act of defiance. So looking away is a way of showing respect and an indication that you recognize that what you've done is wrong. And so teachers will look at behaviors like that, judging them from their own cultural base, and make a determination that it is a behavioral issue. And so they'll begin to treat children as though they have behavior disorders. But I think the point that's important is if you look at a behavior and it's common to a group, it's somewhat interesting that you as a teacher have not recognized that as a cultural difference. So it becomes really important for teachers to be sensitive to the fact that we communicate in different ways. We may not be comfortable if you ask for a public response, you know, raising our hand and presenting ourselves as a knowledgeable person in front of our peers. And so teachers may consider that to be shy, withdrawn behavior, and if it persists over time, they may think about referrals. To me, every teaching act is a cultural act. It's the interaction of the culture of the teacher and the culture of the student. And if the teacher isn't aware of what the norms and expectations are for a particular student or a particular group, they will interpret the behavior as deficient in relationship to their own cultural preferences or norms for behavior. And so we have all kinds of examples like that. If students don't learn English quickly enough, teachers may think they have problems. If they go to back to their native country, or Mexico is a common example in Texas where I live, where kids will be gone for several weeks because they're visiting relatives. And so that interrupts their education. Teachers don't consider that interruption as the cause of the problem, so they don't fill in those gaps, and a student begins to look like a student with a disability.